Okay, today we're going to be working on the model Betty. The main goal of this model is a trend following model that will use tiering in methods to enter into the trade. It uses two time frames, one to find the trade and one to enter the trade. What do you have to do? As a user, you're responsible to find the trade. Please use the pattern scanner and labeler. Example, a pullback on the left under trade identification. You should always look for a positive swap, and I guess that's on the right. Hey, depends on if it's a military right or your left. But you use the 60-minute, the 4-hour daily or weekly to identify this. Now, how do you use the pattern scanner, and what do you do on this? Well, you basically launch your EA, and let me grab one real quick. Okay, and once you bring this up, you launch it, and I'm going to close off some of these charts. And what you do is you can come in. I have a plethora of templates you can use, but we're going to go in here and we're going to bring up, let's go to insert. We'll do it on this one. We'll make it bigger. I prefer the white background for scanning. So I'm going to change the background to white, and then I'm going to hit Control G on here. Just going to make this a little bit bigger so it fits the screen, and I'm going to go to insert, insert indicators, and then we'll go to pattern scanner. Now the pattern scanner, when it pops up, make sure this is on where it says true for the swaps. You could turn on a training mode video, but that's not what we're doing right now. Now this will tell you how many patterns it will run down in a row. I'll show you what that does. Now it always waits for a second, and it depends on how much data you have on your hard drive, because it's going to scan through every single symbol, and it goes through and tries to find a trade. It only takes a minute. Just be patient. This is telling you the patterns and the time frames. If you don't know what they are, and you come in here and you say, well, what is that? What is that trade? Well, you can go find one of these, like the Euro Australian dollar. You go to view, you go to, or let's just go to file, new chart, Euro Australian dollar, Forex Euro Australian dollar. It's a 60-minute chart, and then you go to insert, and this is actually a breakdown that it's going to do, but we're going to go to indicators, we're going to go to custom indicators, and you can turn on the labeler. Now when you turn on this labeler, you have some choices. You can turn on pattern mode. Pattern mode will actually launch a video about this pattern. Okay, it'll launch one, it'll bring it up and explain what's going on with the pattern. Okay, and this will launch it up, and it will actually explain what the pattern's doing. Okay, and there's someone talking in the background, but we got them muted. Okay, so let's minimize this. You have to find the pattern. Next, what does it do? It'll move the stops, it'll trigger in, it'll enter the trade looking for bearish breakouts and retracements. So this is a retracement, or look out for a breakout there. A break above this resistance point. You are the target, though. It doesn't have a target. We've entered a target that's 10 times normal volatility, but you are the target. We entered the target at 10 times normal volatility, so it doesn't really have a target in there. The trade size should be set to at least 10 losses in a row using the spreadsheet, with no increase in the lots or risk. Let's grab the spreadsheet. Okay, this is the spreadsheet. Now, there's another video about this that you can grab, but you should not be increasing the lot size. This should not increase at all. Okay, you should not really be increasing the target because it's already got no target in it. Your stops, okay, you can adjust your stops if you want. All right, but this is really the way it's set up. If you lose 10 in a row, let's make sure this redraws here. If you lose 10 in a row at 20 pip stop, then this would be your cumulative loss, well, $60. So that's one of the ways that you can size this one. All right, now you're going to take maybe a D-zone indicator to size it. Here's one method to do it. You can grab, let's grab up our system right here, and let's pull in here. We're just going to go to indicators, and we're going to remove these, delete, and we're going to remove labeler, delete, and then we're just going to go to insert, and we're going to go in here to indicators. we're going to go to custom indicator, and we're going to grab in here a excuse me, we're going to grab on this we're going to need this. We're going to need the paydays indicator. Okay, this is the average number of bars between support and resistance, and we're going to need an indicator up here. It's a script actually. I don't think this will bring up scripts, so we have to go Control N, and we have to scroll down to the scripts. Okay, so the script we're going to use is dzone, and I'm going to set it to sample all the data. Okay, now all I want to do is I just want to find out how far it thinks it'll move. Well, this is 88%. It thinks it'll move 88% from here. That is on an hourly chart. That's really a lot of pips. We really want to do this on a 5-minute chart, but when you put it on a 5-minute chart, it erases that. So we go grab this dzone, we pull it on, we're going down to the bottom. There's a video about this too. Okay, and we can pop this up, and really on the 5-minute chart, this is a really small box. We don't have a lot of data on this one. That box is too small. Normally you would take like the distance between that box, but look how many data points we have, 7. This isn't set up for a lot of data. So if that's the case, that's fine. You can use this. There's a custom indicator in here, and it's called a modified Bollinger Band. This is exactly what this is used for. See this? This is volatility out in time. It got much wider. We're expecting the volatility to drop off, but this would be a good stop, 34 pips plus, because 95% of the time it will stay in this range, and we can just look at that. This is predicting volatility out into the future. That's what this is used for. So we could use that. That's a Bollinger Band to grab us our stop. Okay, so that would put in our stop pretty close. You'd go beyond 2 standard deviations to grab it. Okay, so we put in our stop at a double Bollinger Band. This model takes a lot of losses in a row. The looser your stop is, though, the smaller your size is going to be. So the tighter your stop is, use one of those predictive Bollinger Bands. It predicts volatility. The money management, you can run any money management profile you are, but we suggest not increasing the lots or risk. This model will lose several times in a row, so you can't increase lots. You can only increase the target, and you'll have to watch the sizing video. Time between trades, this should be 2 times your payday indicator. How many trades at one time? Maybe 10. These are inputs you should be aware of. So what we're going to do is, what does that mean for time between trades? Well, if we bring this up and we look at it, and we just pop this up and say, you know what? This is the number of bars between the trades, 8 times 8, that's 16. 16 times 5. So what that means is if we're dropping and we're looking for a pullback and then a breakout, let's say we wanted a breakdown. So this breakdown would have just occurred 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes ago. Well, it's got to go clear back across this. It thinks 8 bars. So you better put at least 8 bars across there after the breakout. But see, you're going to get in at the breakout. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's 8 bars. 8 bars. That's the normal distance times 2. And that's what it would trade. It's kind of hard to gauge a little bit, but that would be 16 times 5 because you put this in minutes. That would be 16 bars. It's 16 bars at 5 minutes a bar, and that'd be 80 minutes on a 5-minute one under this one to look at. Well, that might be a little long, but you could put it coming back against there. So at least, put it in so you don't get multiple breakouts in a row. You want it to pull back. All right. So it'll look for a pullback across the channel. Now, you could sell part at an equal distance. How to configure it? We're going to use a configuration tool. You pull on the EA and it'll auto launch it, and then you'll watch this video. All right, thanks.